Shalom, shalom. All honor, praise, glory be to Yahweh Shem outside Wahal Rakak with us, the bound to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and especially the elders over me and my own camp who teaching and guiding me. Shalom, Barakatham to all the brothers that are labeled with in true faith and in sincerity, Lord. And this can be edifying and or exhorting. So this is going to be a quick message, and the first scripture I'm going to get up will be oppression make a wise man mad. Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So we are the wise men, the ones of us that are in this truth. We are the wise men. We have the wisdom, and this oppression, of course, it's making us mad, meaning go insane. I don't know why my screen keeps going dark. But yeah, this place sucks. This place pisses us off all the time. We can't do what we want to do. We so limited. Like we legit almost can't do shit. But that's a part of the sacrifice, right? Right, that's a part of the sacrifice. Because this world is not made for us. Let me get this. Continuing City. Continuing City. Hebrews 13:14 says, what the hell are you doing? Alright, it says slide. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. We don't have anything here. We don't have family here. Besides, the brothers and everything. We don't have women here, for the most part of us. We can't enjoy ourselves. We can't eat, the best of the best foods. We can't travel. We can't do a damn thing. We can't multiply. We can't be fruitful and multiply. We gotta watch out for damn STDs. Like, fuck out of here. Like, you got, man, like, you can't bring kids into the world because this world is polluted and it's dirty. The damn mom might abort this shit. Might abort the baby. Making sure it's recorded. Okay, calm. Yeah, might abort the baby. Like, it's so much stuff that we gotta worry about. We got a king mentality, and that's the whole thing too. Because we woke up to this truth, and now we got this new mind. We've been renewed in our mind, so now we know that we're royalty. Now we're being oppressed. So basically, we're royalty being oppressed, being beat down, being disrespected. And as time goes on, our wisdom is increasing. You get that. Ecclesiastes 1:18, for much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Didn't it say knowledge shall be increased? I had to fix my anyways, yeah, it said knowledge shall be increased. Let me get that. Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. See, the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So knowledge is being increased, and at the same time that's happening, let me get that. Because if knowledge is increasing, that's that wisdom increasing. And then what did I just read? What was that? Let me get this. It says, for much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So the end times, your sorrow is going to increase. You know, imagine taking a lion, the spirit of a lion, and putting him inside of a chihuahua. Right? That lion that's now a chihuahua is going to be miserable. He's going to be getting disrespected. When he know he runs all this shit. He know he's over all these other animals. But this chihuahua is so small, it's not intimidating nobody. He gets no respect. You know, mugs just treating it like it's, you know, low level. That's gonna drive the chihuahua insane, because really the chihuahua is not a chihuahua, but it's a lion, really. That's us in this truth, man. We ready for this mug to get done away with, like burned up. We ready for this to go. Because it's not what we want. We don't prefer to live plain lives. We're Israelites. We're the salt. We got, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that these 2/3 are doing, we want to be doing and more. You know? We want to travel to these other countries. You know, go on vacation trips, all the other stuff. I mean, but you know, that's low level too at the end of the day. Because that ain't nothing. We're going to be on a whole level that you can't even imagine. But basically, I would say we want to live too. Nick Cannon, he got all these different children with all these different wives. And I'm like, that's crazy, because he just getting all these new kids just to have them be burnt in the lake of fire, you know, just to get destroyed. We can't multiply seed. I mean, we can, but it's not expedient. You know, let me get that. Bear with me, Baba Shah. It's locked in. First Corinthians 10:23. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. So we can have 3 kids. Like I can go out and make a couple babies, right? That's lawful. But who am I? I'm supposed to be in this truth, you know, trying to work for my salvation. What would 3 kids, what would 1 kid do? That will change a lot of stuff. Like that will, you know, that'll change a lot of stuff. But there's nothing wrong with having kids. It's just, it's not expedient. It's best not to have any right now. The Lord wants us to multiply. We want to multiply. We want to, you know what I'm saying? I can speak for myself and for other brothers, you know, like we plan on being rich. You know, I had a ruling class mentality before I came into this. I was gonna own shit. I was gonna have a, you know, that generational wealth stuff that people be speaking about. So now, when I come into this, and I'm like, man, so I'm really supposed to be doing that. I'm really a king. I'm really supposed to be owning all this stuff. Now, everything that I once wanted to do, it multiplied on a great scale. On a great scale. So now how much, mad, how much mad can one get now? Oppression maketh a wise man mad. How much more now? But that's a part of the sacrifice. This is part of that sacrifice. And if you keep remembering that, you just keep dwelling on the end goal. Because the Lord took you out the world to give you something even greater than what you could have gotten in the world. And the sacrifice that you made in the world to get those worldly and carnal riches, the sacrifice is going to have to be even greater, which is what we're going through now. Which is this pain, this discomfort, all of this almost going insane. This is all a part of that. And let's take into account this scripture too, real quick. Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us. Keeping these scriptures in mind, along with our light affliction, working for us a far more eternal weight of glory, paraphrasing. We got to keep those scriptures in mind too. That's going to help us keep going forward too. You can, I forgot the other scripture I was going to get. 100-fold. Thought about smash that. Because we forsook. Not forsaken, is that part of the sacrifices. Matthew 19:29. It says, and everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father for my name's sake, Salakia, father or mother or wife or children or lands. Alright, let me go slow, right? So, and everyone that have forsaken houses, brethren or sisters or father or mothers or wife. If you had to leave women, because they were a burden, or like land, stuff that you owned, whatever. Brothers had to leave certain things in the world. They had to forsake certain friendships. They had to forsake certain statuses and levels, positions that they had, me and others, that we had in the world. And it says, or land for my name's sake, to follow Yahushua, to be, to follow him. Let me get that, and I'm gonna jump back to this one real quick. Luke 14:27. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. And bearing our cross comes with a lot of different sacrifices. It comes with pain, it comes with this, and it comes with that. A lot of times you gotta forsake all those things that I read in Matthew 19:29. It says, for my name's sake shall receive an 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. So that's what we, the 100-fold. Because we know now, just to give an example, in the world, I was trying to become, the goal was to be a multi-millionaire for me, right? Now, I have forsook all that stuff. Because, ultimately, the Lord made me forsake it, but I forsook it, and now what's in the cards for me and other brothers, we endure to the end, we're gonna be beyond trillionaires. to say the least. We're gonna be multi-trillionaires. That's just to say the least. Above a millionaire, above a billionaire, above these banking families who are trillionaires. We're gonna be above all of them. Above. These banking families, they own islands. They own the biggest towers in the biggest cities. The biggest buildings in the biggest cities. They own all these countries, these islands, private islands, all this stuff, right? We're gonna own lands that are in a different galaxy, a whole other planet. Our wealth is gonna be beyond, this human imagination. We can only think so far and say stuff like, but regardless, this is what's in the cards for us now. The Lord brought us out of this, brought us out of the world and said, you can now reach levels that you didn't even know exist. Like, it's hard to describe it. That's why I said, see, and that's why Romans 8:18 says, if I reckon that the servants of this present time are not worthy to be compared. See, are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us, because we don't really know the glory that much. We only can, we got bits and pieces of it. Because he says, 1 Corinthians 2:10. Because I said we got bits and pieces. It says, but God, Yahweh Shai, hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searches for all things, yet the deep things of God. So I don't want to, go too much on that, but because I've been drifting off. But because the point is that a wise man, a wise man gets driven mad through oppression. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely your oppression maketh the wise man mad. So we know all these things, right? All the things that I just said. We know all these things, but we can't do them. We see all these people that's living it up. We can't do that. We got to be content with what we have, with our daily bread. So, Lord willing, it was edifying or exhorting. I'm saying shalom.